Alright guys, wanted to do a quick video on my new knife I got. This is a Phantom Steelworks pk-1. It's obviously a karambit. It's made by a guy named Chris Martin. That's the owner of Phantom Steelworks. That's his brand. It's a fully custom knife, since everybody seems to be worried about customs and productions and whatever else nowadays. But before I get started in the review, I just want to say that Chris Martin, the guy that made this knife, he's a hell of a guy. I told him I was getting it. Shot him some text. He texts back right away. Just super nice guy. I mean, he's just a really cool guy. Really great to talk to. Very polite. Definitely has a passion for knives. You can tell that in his work and in the way he talks. I mean, he just loves knives. He's just like us, but he happens to make really sick fucking knives. And this, like I said, this is pk-1. This one is blasted with a flame anno on the handles, as you can see, and then that it is right there in that finger cutout. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch it on this iPhone, because this is a cell phone. I don't think it's going to catch it, but it might. You can kind of see it there if I hold it right. Inside, he has etched Chris Martin. Here's your blade centering. Dead center. Perfect. And look at this. You're not going to believe this. Like, are you kidding me? That is sick. It's definitely the most badass karambit I've ever seen in my life. That's just all there is to it. The blade steel in this is CTS XHP. I don't know why I have a hard time saying that. CTS XHP. Fuck, I'm not going to try it again. We all know what that is. Basically a stainless D2, and it's really, really good steel. Really good. He does what's called a mech finish right here on the blade. It's extremely smooth. I mean, you don't feel anything. Again, with the jimping, all nicely rounded. I mean, look at that. Jimping all the way down, all the way around the loop. And I mean, this knife is just, this thing should be called the fuck you upper, not the pk-1. So Chris, if you watch this, change the name. Of course, reverse grip. You've got to have big hands. It's a big knife, especially in this grip. You need to have decently big hands to get a good purchase on it. It's large. But I mean, seriously, just look at that. It really doesn't get any sicker than that. It just doesn't. Sorry, I'm gonna whip this joker around. Here's your lockup. Let me see if I can get in there and get it good. Yep. Perfect. Absolutely perfect lock geometry, in my personal opinion. Great detent, super smooth action. It's just a very, very well made custom knife. I mean, he did a fucking fantastic job. It just makes it even better that he's a super nice guy. Sorry, I'm always clearing my throat and shit. I mean, look at that. The handle is just fucking dope. I don't know. Karambits may not be some people's things, or they may say, oh, this is dumb, or you can't use this for anything. And that's true. I mean, it is a mainly purpose-built knife. But you're not going to tell me I can't open boxes with this or anything like that, because I've already done it. It performs flawlessly. You just take it and rip it open. I can do all my EDC tasks with it. Easily. Do I want to whip this out in the mall in front of children and women? No. Will I? Yes. I just don't care. That's just me. It's just a knife. Is it insanely brutal looking? Yeah. But this is just so sick not to carry it. All the hardware on this knife is very nice. Again, titanium pod clip, full titanium frame lock. Obviously, this is titanium. What else? Going to some specs. I'm shaking this camera like a crackhead. You're looking at about a 5.5-inch handle and a 4.25-inch blade, I believe. About 3 3/4 cutting. I mean, sharpened edge here. Sharpened length. Multiple grip options. Obviously, you can even get all the way up here if you want to choke up on it. And hell, you can even bring your finger and pointer all the way up here to do fine work. Of course, you have your standard grip. Of course, since this is a Karambit, reverse grip, it's got a little dip right here where my thumb is rubbing. A little thumb saddle, feels perfect. Finger drops right into that choil, another finger into this one. Just, I mean, it's locked in. That is not going anywhere. What else? Size comparison. So, there's that, pk-1, and a knife I carry every single day, a pair of 2. It's a much bigger knife than a pair of 2. Let me try to do a little blade comparison here to give you a true idea of what we're talking about here. Let me line these up. I'm not looking at the viewfinder. I'm just looking around. There you go. And then handle length. Well, you can see it right there. So definitely a very large knife. Again, you're talking about titanium. Titanium is probably right at, if I had to guess, probably 0.160. And the blade is probably, shit, if not the exact same. About the same. So, what is that? 3.5 millimeters? Close to 4. So, very stout knife. Like I said, absolutely perfect lockup, perfect action, perfect detent, perfect centering, rock solid, no blade movement when it's opened or closed. Just a super, super solid knife. And just cool as shit. I mean, I just had to have it. I know a lot of people aren't into this kind of stuff, but this was too sick not to get, and Chris is a hell of a guy. If you haven't checked out Phantom Steelworks, most definitely do. He doesn't only make Karambits, that's just what I got. He makes Flipper, which is, I believe, a PF1. Few people have those. He makes what's called a Skinwalker design, which is basically that. That's basically a Skinwalker. It is a Karambit with the loop off. But if I'm going to get a Karambit style knife, I much, much, much prefer the loop. That's just me. I like it. I think it's cool as shit. What else? I really can't say enough great things about the guy or the knife or the company. I mean, he's a super great guy, really nice, makes a hell of a knife. I mean, look how thick that, sorry about my hands, I have psoriasis. Look how much meat is left on that cutout. This thing is a beast. It's a brick shithouse. But anyways, if you do watch it, I really appreciate it, Chris. The knife is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, that's it, guys. This is the Phantom Steelworks Chris Martin pk-1 frame lock Karambit. If you can find one, just get it. I mean, if you like fighting knives or Karambits or just something super fucking badass, this is it. It doesn't get any more badass. It just doesn't. I don't care what anybody says. Alright, later, guys. Oh yeah, if you got any questions or anything like that, leave it below. Alright, later.